Hello everyone, February has been another busy month here at Cloud Academy, and I have a ton of new AWS content that I want to share with you for you to check out. Again, we have new learning paths, courses and labs, so let's take a look. Firstly, let me talk about our new learning paths, starting with my new deep dive on Amazon S3. Amazon S3 is probably the most heavily used storage service that is provided by AWS, simply down to the fact that it can be a great fit for many different use cases, as well as integrating with many different AWS services. So in this learning path, I will deep dive into all things S3 related. In addition to the courses, the hands-on labs will give you the opportunity to configure many of the topics and features discussed. So if you have any questions about scaling using access points, how to manage public access, encryption mechanisms, and much more, then come and take a look. We also have another new learning path consisting of just on-demand webinars, and this has been designed to act as a study aid just before you sit your AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate exam. So join Stephen Cole, Will Meadows and myself as we discuss the key points that you need to know before sitting the exam. We cover details about the certification itself, such as the cost, how to book it, the question format used in the exam, as well as a deep dive into the 4 different domains within the exam guide. This learning path is ideal to review what you already know to ensure that there are no gaps in your knowledge before taking the last step of taking the certification. I also want to point out and highlight that we have also updated some of our other learning paths with updated content. Stephen Cole has expanded and performed a complete overhaul of our AWS Machine Learning Specialty Certification Preparation learning path, which is now out of preview. An additional 36 hours of content has been added, including 28 additional courses, 11 assessments, and 6 more labs. So if you're looking to study for the certification, we have you covered. Our AWS Solutions Architect Professional Learning Path has also seen a review of content, replacing older content with updated and newer content. 24 courses have been added, 11 labs, and 2 resources. And by making these changes, the learning path will now deliver a more focused approach to tackling the domain assessment points outlined within the AWS exam guide. We have also updated 3 other non-certification based learning paths that have had additional content added, these being working with AWS Databases, AWS Network and Content Delivery, and Security, Identity and Compliance. And each of these learning paths contain all course and lab content that we have that relate to these categories and topics, helping you to hone your skills in a particular area. Let's now take a look at our new courses we have added to our AWS library. Firstly, I recently published a course to explain how to protect your AWS databases through encryption. I discussed the different encryption mechanisms that can be utilized across Amazon RDS, Amazon DynamoDB, and Amazon Elasticache, both in transit and at rest, thereby enhancing the security posture and protection of your data. Next up, Will Meadows explains how to build dashboards that let you know at a glance when performance is not being met by your resources and needs attention within your AWS architecture. This course is geared towards helping you understand the value of building your own dashboards with CloudWatch to give you unparalleled visibility into your architecture and dedicated systems. You'll learn how to monitor the items that are important to you and how the dashboards can be shared across accounts, in addition to understanding the cost structure of CloudWatch dashboards and the limitations of the service. Will also published another course looking at how to configure operational parameters for AWS databases. He covers some effective strategies for tuning your RDS databases to receive the most benefit from your workloads, and he also dives into what parameter groups are, how parameter groups work, and some edge cases to watch out for. Next, we have a new course focusing on the security features available with Amazon S3. During this course, I introduce you to the different security controls and methods that have been built into Amazon S3 to protect your data and enhance your overall security posture. You will learn about resource ownership, access control policies, S3 access points, access analyzer. So if you're responsible for managing security around your S3 infrastructure, then this course is a must. Let me now introduce you to some new lab content that we have, starting with the new AWS Lambda Functions Playground created by Andrew Burchill. Now, AWS Lambda offers discrete on-demand computing, and when invoking an AWS Lambda function, you don't need to set up any servers, and the cost you pay is determined by how long the function is running. AWS Lambda functions are fast, reliable, and enable applications to be easily scaled up and down. And some common use cases for AWS Lambda include event-driven serverless architectures, real-time log analysis, real-time data processing, and media transformation. And in this playground lab, you will have full access to AWS Lambda in a sandboxed environment. Next, we have the Amazon SNS Image resizing challenge, also created by Andrew. In this lab challenge, you will be tested on your practical ability to build out a solution in a production-like AWS environment. You are presented with a task and a set of requirements that you must fulfill to pass the challenge. This is a real environment, which means you can prove your knowledge in an applied situation, leaving behind multiple choice questions for a dynamic performance-based exam situation. You will be assessed upon Amazon Simple Notification Service, SNS, AWS Lambda, and Amazon S3. Finally, Andrew has also published a lab that deals with separating data and code with AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store. In this hands-on lab, you will see how to create a parameter and learn how to access your parameter in AWS Lambda. Upon completion of this beginner-level lab, you will be able to create an AWS Systems Manager parameter using the AWS Management Console, update an AWS Lambda function to use your parameter, and execute the AWS Lambda function and observe its output. So that's everything from me today, and as always, we are busy working on new content across the AWS platform, which you can see on our roadmap. So if you have any requests for new content, please do drop me a message or leave a comment below. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.